You remember Greg Gianforte? He's the Republican congressman who body slammed a reporter on the eve of the election and then won it in a landslide. Well, this is from NPR. They say, Montana Representative-elect Greg Gianforte pleaded guilty Monday to a charge of misdemeanor assault after body slamming a reporter from The Guardian on the eve of Gianforte's election to the U.S. House. He received a 6-month deferred sentence and will serve no jail time. Guardian reporter Ben Jacobs was asking Gianforte a question on May 24th when the Republican candidate threw him to the ground. A Gallatin County judge sentenced Gianforte to 40 hours of community service, 20 hours of anger management classes, and a $300 fine. Totally unprovoked, he assaulted a journalist. It wasn't like a little push. It wasn't, they bumped into each other and one guy slapped the other or something. No, it was unprovoked. I'm going to body slam you, get on top of you, punch you, and break your glasses. No jail time. None. Maximum jail time for this is 6 months. Originally, the judge said, we're going to do 4 days in jail. Then a few minutes later, he came out and said, actually, no, what we're going to do is 40 hours of community service, 20 hours of anger management classes, and a $300 fine. So he commits assault a day before the election, wins, and he's serving no jail time. Wow. Okay, now, while at the same time this is happening, take a look at this. Reporter covering inauguration protests now faces 75 years in prison. So there's a journalist who's facing felony riot charges, riot, incitement to riot, conspiracy to riot, and 5 counts of destruction of property. Didn't do any of that. Did none of it. But was a journalist who was in the middle of people who were doing that, he was covering it, arrested, facing 75 years in prison. So, didn't do violence, didn't do anything, was a journalist doing their job, facing 75 years in prison, body slamming a journalist, doing assault, totally unprovoked, wasn't defensive by any stretch of the imagination, no jail time. By the way, Gianforte, on top of now being a soon-to-be congressman, he's also a billionaire. White Republican billionaire. Checks all the boxes. You can do whatever you want. A white Republican billionaire. He just committed assault and got no jail time. That is fucking incredible. That is fucking incredible. Okay. Don't tell me there's not a 2-tier justice system. There's at least 2 tiers. There's probably more than 2 tiers. 3-tier, 4-tier justice system. But he's in that upper echelon. White Republican billionaire politician. Oh, what? What? White Republican billionaire politician. That's the same box as Trump. You get away with whatever you want to get away with, man. It's assault. I'm one of those people where certain crimes, I go, you're kind of a bad person if you do that one. Assault, that's in that category. If you murder somebody, if you rape somebody, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. Even if you kind of redeem yourself and change, you were a really bad person. This is another, assault, I'm comfortable with lumping you into the bad person box. And the guy did assault, totally gets away with it. And in fact is rewarded, wins the election. And journalists facing up to 75 years. And how many people are locked up for years because of a non-violent drug offense? A non-violent drug offense, so just caught with some coke or some weed or whatever, and they're facing years and years in prison and are in prison for that long. Assaults a reporter in a room full of other reporters. Everybody says, totally unprovoked. No jail time. White, Republican, billionaire politician. The untouchables.